Hey guys, today I'll be showing you how to make the very popular Nigerian snack called puff-puff or puff-puff, whichever way you choose to call it. I'll also be showing you 3 methods of how to fry your puff-puff and yet get that perfect round shape. So if you're interested to learn my fail-proof recipe and method, you definitely want to keep on watching. But before we get right into the video, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly go ahead to hit that subscribe button and the bell just right beside it so you can be notified whenever I upload an amazing video. For this recipe, I will begin by proving my yeast. So into a bowl, I'll be adding 1 cup of water, and into the water, I'll be adding 1 tablespoon of active yeast. You can also use an instant yeast for this recipe. I will also be adding 1 teaspoon of sugar because it helps to activate the yeast. I will be mixing this thoroughly until the yeast is dissolved. After mixing thoroughly, cover this with a kitchen towel and put it in a warm place to activate. For our dry ingredients, I'll be sifting 4 cups of flour. To get that authentic puff-puff flavor, I'll be using whole nutmeg, which can be substituted for the powdered one, though this is quite optional, but I love the flavor it gives to the puff-puff. So into the flour, I'll be grating in half of the nutmeg, which is equivalent to half teaspoon. Next, I'll be adding in half cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt. You just need to mix your ingredients thoroughly before mixing your wet ingredients, which is the yeast and water. This is after 5 minutes. As you can see, my yeast is well activated. So if you're not sure of your yeast, first of all, activate it, and after 5 minutes you don't find any foamy texture on it, just discard the yeast and get another one, because your puff-puff is not going to turn out right if you use it. This is the 2nd cup of water, and I'll be adding it gradually because different types of flour tends to absorb water differently. I'll be using my spatula to mix this thoroughly to actually show you guys you can fry puff-puff without getting your hands messy. This is the 3rd cup of water, but I'll only be using half of it, making it 2.5 cups, which is the right measurement for this recipe. Keep mixing it because you really need to mix it thoroughly to get rid of all the lumps. If you take a look here, my batter is well mixed and all the lumps dissolved, and this is the consistency we are looking for. It is neither runny or thick. You need to cover this thoroughly with a cling film, then afterwards use a kitchen towel to cover it and keep it in a warm place for 30 minutes or more to allow the yeast to do its magic. Puff-puff is deep fried, so we'll be needing like 2 inches depth of oil to fry it. As we are waiting for our oil to heat up, I'll be preparing this by lining it with a paper towel. So this is after 30 minutes and my batter has really doubled in size, but if you check and yours didn't really rise, cover it again and keep it for more 20 minutes to rise. I used my spatula to deflate it and get rid of all the air bubbles in it, because if you fry it this way without turning it, your puff-puff will have lots of holes in it. I'll go ahead to show you guys the first method of how to fry the puff-puff. As you can see, my hands are already washed. So what I'm doing here is basically scooping the mixture into my hands, and I turned my hands upside down and squeezed the mixture between my index finger and my thumb. I don't know if I really explained this very well, but I will be repeating the process the second time for you guys to see. So I scoop the mixture again into my hands, turn my hands upside down and squeeze. So this next one is basically the same with the first method, but with just a little twist. Instead of turning your hands upside down, you keep your thumb facing upward and squeeze the batter through the bottom of your palms. So I inserted a skewer into the oil to check if the oil is hot enough. So once you see bubbles beside the skewer, just like this, you know the oil is hot enough. You can also scoop a little butter into the oil. Once it flows on top of the oil, you can go ahead to fry. Try to regulate the heat of the oil, because if it's not hot enough, your puff-puff will soak up oil, and if it's too hot, the puff-puff will burn even before the inside is done. I really love this method because I use it a lot, and I find it easier than the rest because you are able to control the size you want, and it gives you that perfect round shape. So you need to turn this regularly so all the sides can brown at the same time. So once you get that golden brown color, you scoop it out. So let me know in the comment section if this method is okay for you. This second method is basically for people who don't want to get their hands messy. So this is a measuring tablespoon already dipped in a vegetable oil to enable it slide out easily from the spoon. An ice cream scoop also works perfectly for this, so you can use it if you have one. I also like this method, and I sometimes use it because it also gives you a round shape, and moreover you don't have to get your hands messed up. A very big thank you to all my subscribers, and if you're yet to subscribe, why don't you hit that subscribe button now to get more amazing videos. Please like, share and comment, and if you have any question, write it in the comment section and be rest assured to get a reply. I'll keep frying this till it turns golden brown. And once it's golden brown, you scoop it out. For the third method, you need an icing bag and a kitchen scissors. All you need to do is to pour the mixture into the icing bag. I'll go ahead to cut out the pointy end of the icing bag, and then you squeeze the batter out of the icing bag into the frying pan while cutting the mix each time you reach your desired puff-puff size. But please be careful while doing this so you don't cut the icing bag along with the mixture. This method also gives a round shape, and if you want a bigger size puff-puff, all you need to do is to cut your icing bag a little bigger. But this method is not my thing because I don't use it often, but you can give it a try if you prefer, and let me know what you think or the method you prefer in the comment section. So we'll go ahead to fry till it's golden brown, and once you get that golden brown color, you scoop it out immediately. So this is it guys, we are done, and this is how I make my delicious puff-puff. I'll go ahead to cut one for you guys to see. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and see you in my next one.